This is a modification of an audio-visual cart, and probably another yard sale or thrift store find. And if you've ever seen an audio-visual cart like this, obviously it's been modified, but you probably recognize it. Has the bracket here for something. I don't know what it does, but I left that on there because it's got these nice holes. You never know, I might be able to mount something on that or use it. But basically, this is a rolling workbench. I added these 2x2 pallets, little tiny pallets. Again, probably got those at a thrift store. I'll talk about those later. And I upgraded the casters. It's really smooth rolling casters. I love them. 4-inch polyurethane casters, and they threaded into the existing holes. This is threaded here. Just threaded them in, and put a, we can see it here, nut and washer, and then just threaded them in. Probably 5/16 stem caster. This middle shelf here, obviously great for keeping stuff. Got a couple of blocks for supporting things, and this old seat cushion. I guess it's for like people that have something they need to send something soft. It's like a memory foam dealio. And then I'm going to take this apart. These pads for putting something on, you want it to rest on something soft. I just kind of keep these loose sitting on here. And so what I do, and I'll put this together, but I've got these pieces of pallet. Took apart some pallets a while ago and used the wood, and these are probably just pieces of 1x4. And then what I do is I stick them in here like this, and then just that, get these off. Don't know if I can do this with one hand, but essentially, let's see, we'll give this a try here. Okay, so this is what it looks like assembled. I just put the 1x4s in here, and then this loose pallet just slides in. This one is secured onto this deck here. If you can see it, but there's some self-tappers just going into this. And this is sort of like just a padded felt material here. Same thing here, it's just a little bit different. I just have this stuff. This is the other side of it. This has got a different finish, it's a little bit rougher. So basically I use the one side here and the other side here. This is more sort of a rubbery backing, like for a carpet or whatever. And then, so it's a nice, soft surface. Have wash things on here. I love this handle that I added, just a piece of angle and just some bolts, nuts and bolts here holding this on. And I can't really see here, but there you go. And then I've used this to wash things, so you have to let it dry. So it does absorb water. But if I'm putting something on here and it's long, then the heavy part goes here. You know, if you want to have something that's got a weight to it, then make sure that it's positioned over this part of it, obviously. And then these are just exercise mats that you saw before. And if I want some extra padding, some extra square footage for something a little bit lighter, maybe, all kinds of possibilities. But it's really just a nice rolling workbench. And gosh, there's nothing in this, so probably paid $5 for the cart. The most expensive thing is the caster, so set of 4 delivered is like $25. This is all just scrap materials. I probably bought these at a yard sale as well, so you know, they don't cost much. These are just things that I scavenged from other project, and so looking at, you know, just fabricating this. I don't know if you can find one identical to this, of course, but looking for these little 2x2 pallets. Now I like using these because the 4x4s that you use to hold them together just fit right in here. So once I take it apart, then all that stuff just stores back underneath here, and this one thing goes on top. And another thing too, if you think about it, if you want a little bit more height to this platform, once you put this one on top of it, you got another 4 inches of height, and that comes in handy sometimes as well. And this storage shelf underneath, if you're working on a project, you can stick something like this down here and it keeps something nice and soft, or towels or whatever. But I'll sometimes use these 4x4s to prop something up or whatever, and I'll put a towel over that if I need to protect the item I'm working on. But it's just kind of a cool little thing. You can really hammer on it, just do all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of possibilities. I've done soldering on it and different things, but I've got my workbench full. And anyway, so it's kind of like all of the stuff that I have on my channel. It's a basic framework of an idea. There's all kinds of different materials and things available to make a version for yourself that might be more utilitarian for you personally, but maybe this concept would kind of get you started. And it's just a really neat part of my workspace in my garage, because if you look at it, the actual footprint of it, once you put this top shelf, this side shelf on top, the footprint for this is probably 3 foot by 3 foot. So it just kind of hides it on a little corner in my garage, and I always have stuff stored on it if I have run out of room, and it's cool. It's a cool little thing.